Congressman, what was your overriding concern?
Well, it's a bad bill. I was concerned by the panic tactics that were used to sell it. We would have written a much better bill if we had taken time. And among the problems I have with the bill are that Polson's allowed to bail out foreign investors who made bad business decisions. It's bad enough that those on Wall Street who made bad business decisions are going to get bailed out by the U.S. taxpayer. But he insisted, that is to say, Polson insisted that he would not have the president sign a bill unless he had the freedom to send hundreds of billions of dollars to Beijing, London, and Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
Congressman, was it your sense that the credit crisis, that the credit crunch could afford to wait for a while until Congress fashioned something else?
Well, we took a long time to pass this bill because of Polson's constant threats of veto. We would have passed a much better bill much sooner if he hadn't been telling the public the sky is falling, they have to pass a bill 2 weeks ago, and then at the same time saying in private, if you put that in the bill, it'll be vetoed. That's like a man in the desert who claims to be dying of thirst, and you offer him water, he throws it back in your face and demands Perrier with lime.
But isn't
in this
California
case, we gave him Perrier.
But isn't California dying of thirst? I mean, your own governor, Arnold Schwarzenegger, is saying that despite all of this, the federal government may still have to loan $9 billion so that payroll can be made by the state government in California.
Well, the governor may have shot us in the foot because his quotation was being used to sell this bill. But now that we're out $700 billion, how am I supposed to go back to my colleagues and say find another $9 billion to loan the state of California? So there are huge budget problems in Sacramento, and you've got a governor who helped pass a bad bill.
But isn't his point that, I mean, the problems were cropping up and that essentially states like California couldn't afford to wait any longer?
Well, he was saying he needed money by the end of October. Keep in mind, we wouldn't be in this fix if Polson hadn't exacerbated the crisis in his effort to create panic. I mean, since when do you have a Secretary of the Treasury screaming, sell, 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 panic, panic, panic? Since when do you have a president go on TV and say there's going to be a depression? Of course, those statements are going to hurt the credit markets, and now they're going to go on TV and say the opposite, and maybe that'll free up the markets a little bit. But that didn't. That's no reason to spend $700 billion. That's the reason to have a more responsible administration.
California Democrat Brad+Sherman, who voted twice against this. Congressman, good of you to join us today. We appreciate it.
I wish I could tell you more about the flaws of the bill.
Okay.